Yo, what is up, guys? It is Nick, or the Notorious Fantasy, back in today with another fantasy football video. In today's video, I'm going through Week 8 tight end rankings, tight end 1 through 20. So before I get into this video, I'd like to give you guys a word from my sponsor, OverlayDFS.com. Alright, guys, so how Overlay DFS works is all you have to do is make 12 simple start-sit decisions. Are you going to go with Russell Wilson versus Deshaun Watson, Jared Goff, or Tom Brady? Who is going to score the most points in that matchup? All you got to do is make 12 picks. It is that simple. So now I'm going to go about how I do it. What I typically do is I like to go for games in here where there are stacks. So say in this game, you see at the wide receiver position, I think DeAndre Hopkins scores more than Michael Thomas, per se. So I go with Deshaun Watson as well. Now you have stacked them. It's like in those other DFS sites where you stack the players. I'm going to stack those players because I believe they are going to do great together. Now, with this, I'm going to make a total of 12 total picks plus 3 alternate picks. Now, the way this works is it used to be a single entry GPP. Now, in these, you can add up to 10 maximum entries, and the top 10% win 9 times your buy-in. It is actually amazing. And then if you hit that beautiful 12 and you can get the progressive bonus in the $2 game of over $3,000. Now, if you're playing in some of those bigger games, the progressive bonus is over $27,000. That is going to be huge for you to hit if you can hit that, and I think you can. Now, you guys are going to come play against me, come compete with me. Let's see who's smarter, me or you. Likely is going to be you. So let's play together. Let's hit that 12-0 record bonus there, and the stars are going to align, and it's going to be amazing for you. Let's have some fun this week. Check out overlaydfs.com, link down below in the description. You're going to have a great time. Play the rest of the video now. And we are back. Make sure to check out overlaydfs.com, link down below in the description there. Great friends of mine. It's very fun to play on, and they are the reason that all these videos come to you guys so quick. Let's get right in the video. Week 8 tight end rankings. At number 1, my number 1 ranked tight end this week is Mr. George Kittle, going against the Carolina Panthers. Now, I know this season for George Kittle has not been all that amazing, but that's mainly due to the fact that he hasn't really been finding the end zone all that effectively. I think in this game against the Carolina Panthers, he ends up finding the end zone. I think he ends up playing pretty well. I think this is going to be a closer matchup. I think this may be an actual hard game for the 49ers. I think the Panthers are going to play them close. I think Kyle Allen is going to play good. But at the end of the day, I think George Kittle is going to be able to eat in this game. At number 2, we have Mr. Darren Waller going up against the Houston Texans. And Darren Waller has been on fire pretty much every single week of the season. He plays on like 100% of the snaps. So he's on every single play. Derek Carr clearly loves targeting Mr. Darren Waller, just like he liked targeting Jared Cook in the years past. I really like Darren Waller this week against a Houston defense that has not been all that great against the tight end position. At number 3, we have Mr. Travis Kelce going against the Green Bay Packers. I know what you might be thinking. Nick, you fucking idiot. Why is Travis Kelce ranked number 3? Why is he not number 1? You fucking asshole. All right, the reason why he's not ranked number 1 is because Travis Kelce is dealing with a bit of an itis. And that itis is the fact that the best quarterback in the game is not his quarterback. He's got the no quarterback itis because Matt Moore is likely going to play in this game. If Patrick Mahomes plays in this game, Andy Reid is going to be the biggest idiot ever because Pat Mahomes could likely get re-injured if he plays in this game. I'd like to see them sit him for the next couple of weeks and then he returns. There obviously will be fine in those games. I think Travis Kelce should be fine with Matt Moore. Obviously, Matt Moore is not the best quarterback, but at the end of the day, those kind of quarterbacks, those older type of veteran quarterbacks, will be able to find their talent on the field, and Travis Kelce is one of the best talents on that field. At number 4, we have Mr. Evan Ingram going against the Detroit Lions. I know Evan Ingram last week skull-fucked your lineup because he scored you 1 fucking point because he exited the game early with an injury. This week against the Detroit Lions, given he doesn't die at halftime, he will be in for an amazing game. The Detroit Lions defense is prone to that tight end position. They aren't playing all that amazing against the tight end. I think that Evan Ingram is clearly one of Daniel Jones's favorite targets. And Evan Ingram gets benefited by the fact that Mr. Sterling Shepard is likely not going to go on Sunday's bout against the Lions. At number 5, we have Mr. Austin Hooper going against the Seattle Seahawks. And I think that Austin Hooper, with or without Matt Ryan, is obviously going to be amazing. If Matt Ryan was in this game, I think I would rank him a bit higher if I knew for a fact Matt Ryan was 100% healthy because Austin Hooper last week shit the bed. He did not perform all that well either. But I think this week against the Seattle Seahawks, he has a bounce back game, a huge bounce back spot for Austin Hooper. Knock one time if you're with me. At number 6, we have have Gerald Everett going up against the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, Gerald Everett has been playing amazing the last couple of weeks. His usage has really started to skyrocket over Tyler Higbee. His usage is going up. Tyler Higbee's usage is going down. And Gerald Everett is doing a lot with these snaps. He's been able to find the end zone and has been getting the ball a lot in these games. He is clearly one of Jared Goff's favorite targets. I think that Gerald Everett is going to be in for a big game this week against the terrible Cincinnati Bengals. At number 7, we have Mr. Hunter Henry going up against the Chicago Bears. And I know the Chicago Bears defense is good, but if Philip Rivers can find one person on the field, it's going to be Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry has been able to put up monster performances in the last couple of games. Obviously, last week against Tennessee, it hindered a bit, but I think that against the Chicago Bears, that the tight end was scoring a decent amount the last couple of weeks. Obviously, Darren Waller played good against them a couple of weeks ago. I think Hunter Henry will be fine in this game. At number 8, we have Mr. Zach Ertz going against the Buffalo Bills. Now, I know Zach Ertz has been performing not the greatest the last couple of weeks. He has honestly definitely underperformed to a lot of people's likings, but this week I think that he has an okay game. Obviously, playing up against the Buffalo Bills is a tough place to play, especially in Buffalo, but I think Zach Ertz plays good enough to warrant a top 8 start. Obviously, the tight ends are so fucking terrible. Like, a lot of tight ends are so terrible that if you have any opportunity to score a point, you're going to be a top 12 guy, especially with all these buys. At number 9, we have TJ Hockenson going up against the New York Football Giants. I know it doesn't say it on the screen, but they're playing against the Giants. TJ Hockenson should be in for a pretty good game. Matt Stafford clearly likes targeting him, going down the field and in the end zone, a red zone type of deal. I think that TJ Hockenson and Matt Stafford play well enough in this game against the Giants. That should be an easy matchup. I think TJ Hockenson has a good game. At number 10, we have Mr. Vance McDonald back in the top 12 of the rankings, going against the Miami Dolphins. Now, Vance McDonald has been banged up the last couple of weeks. Now, this week against the Miami Dolphins, he looks to get the go. He looks to get that go. Let me fucking play. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. You know what I'm saying? Against the Miami Dolphins, he's going to absolutely have an easy matchup. No one will be able to stop anyone on this offense. I think Juju Smith-Schuster actually has a good fucking game. Praise be the fantasy gods. Vance McDonald is also going to have a big game this week against the Miami Dolphins. At number 11, we have Mr. Eric Ebron going against the Denver Broncos. Now, it seems like Eric Ebron is the clear tight end to own on the Indianapolis Colts. Jack Doyle, obviously the best blocking tight end on the team, but Eric Ebron's been getting a lot of that use. He's definitely the guy that he's looking at in the end zone, that Jacoby's looking at in the end zone. I think Eric Ebron is in for a big game this week against the Denver Broncos. This is not the Denver Broncos of a couple of years ago. This is the Denver Broncos of now, led by Joe Flacco, not led by Peyton Manning. The Denver Broncos defense is god-awful. I think Eric Ebron is in for a big game this week. At number 12, we have Mr. Jimmy G. Jimmy Graham going up against the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Kansas City Chiefs are likely going to get a bit of a skull-fucking in this matchup. Jimmy Graham should be in for a good game. Obviously, he performed last week when they had an absolute blowout, in I think they played the game in Oakland. Who gives a fuck where they played the game? It may have been in Green Bay, but they destroyed the fucking Raiders like it was nothing. I think this game, the Kansas City defense, no better than the Raiders. Why would Jimmy Graham not have a good game this week? That is up to you, but I think he's going to have an amazing one. At number 13 through 20 now, so if you guys have made it this far into the video, make sure to click that subscribe button down below if you have enjoyed thus far. At number 13, we have Mr. Darren Fells going against the Oakland Raiders, and Darren Fells seems to be the tight end to own in Houston. It seems like Mr. Deshaun Watson loves throwing the ball to Darren Fells more than Jordan Atkins, so I think I'd rather have Darren Fells in this game. And against the Oakland Raiders defense, where we saw Jimmy Graham perform last week, we've seen tight ends perform against them in the past. I think Darren Fells will be in for a pretty good game. Got him ranked number 13. At number 14, we have Drop My Drawers, Let Her See My Third Leg, Greg Olsen going against the San Francisco 49ers. Now, the San Francisco 49ers defense is elite, probably the number 2 best defense in the league besides the Patriots, or behind the Patriots, I should say. Greg Olsen should still be fine in this game. Kyle Allen throws the ball enough to him for him to be worthy of a start, but obviously temper your expectations because he's playing up against that San Francisco 49ers, and he hasn't been playing all that great the last couple of weeks. At number 15, we have Mr. Dallas Goedert going up against the Buffalo Bills, and Dallas Goedert ended up finding the end zone last week, ended up playing pretty good aside from a fumble last week. I think that it is clear that Zach Ertz may be getting old a bit, or that Carson Wentz just says, fuck you, Zach Ertz, I'm going to throw it to Dallas Goedert. He's my main man now. Whatever it is, against Buffalo, I still think that he's not going to have that big of a game. Obviously, the Buffalo defense is good, so that hurts both Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert. The fact that he's the tight end 2 on the team also hurts his value. At number 16, we have Mr. Jack Doyle going up against the Denver Broncos. Now, I know I spoke about before the fact that I think that Eric Ebron is clearly the clear-cut tight end 1 on the team to own, but Jack Doyle is still a good tight end to own. Obviously, if he ends up finding that end zone, you're going to be happy. Obviously, a lot of these guys ranked fucking 15 through 20. If they don't find the end zone, you're going to be very disappointed. At number 17, we have Mr. Dawson Knox one time, if you're with me. Now, I know Dawson Knox disappointed last week in a good cupcake matchup, but this week he's got another one against the Philadelphia Eagles. I know the return of Tyler Kroft may obviously hurt a bit of his value. It clearly does, but I think this week against the Philadelphia Eagles, Dawson Knox one time, if you're with me, gets it done. At number 18, we have Mr. Jordan Akins going against the Oakland Raiders. Now, I know I said Darren Fells was clearly the tight end to own on that team, but I still think that Jordan Akins definitely has value in this game. The Oakland Raiders defense has not been all that good, and if you're stuck in a huge pickle, he's definitely a guy that I would look towards. At number 19, we have Mr. Josh Hill going up against the Arizona Cardinals. Now, I know if Jared Cook isn't in this game, I think he's actually a decent stream at the tight end position for this week. The Arizona Cardinals defense allows points to every single position. The quarterback, the wide receiver, the tight end, the kicker, the defense, the quarterback, the running back, all the positions. The coach is getting points against them. The fans are probably getting points against them. So I think Josh Hill would be in for a pretty good game if Jared Cook is out. At number 20, we have Mr. Benjamin Watson going up against the Cleveland Browns. Now I know Benjamin Watson. Oh, Nick, you idiot. He should be ranked higher than 20. You fucking idiot. All right, he's not ranked so high because I think that against the Browns, it's not going to be a competitive game. I think they're just going to run the ball towards the end of the game, and that obviously hurts any receiver or tight end's value on that team. So I think that Benjamin Watson, while could have a good game, I would temper my expectations to the fact that I think they're just going to run out the whole second half of the game. So thank you guys all for watching this video. If at any point you ended up enjoying, if at any point you ended up chuckling, make sure to click that subscribe button down below. I love each and every single one of you guys. Make sure to click one of those videos that is on your screen. I love you guys all, like I just said. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys on Sunday with a live stream. Make sure to come back, click that notification bell, click that subscribe button, click all the fucking buttons. Goodbye, guys.